Last time I was attending some of the deviations from Mendel's principles, or some exceptions to Mendel's principles, particularly the principle of dominance. Genesis, during the post-Mendelian period, I said, conducted experiments on various plants and animals, and they could discover some exceptions, deviations from principles of Mendel. And here, the principle of dominance in particular. Now, last time I made an illustration which stood as an example for an exception to the principle of dominance, namely the inheritance of flower color in the plants such as snapdragon and 4 o'clock plant. And they are the examples for what is called incomplete dominance or partial dominance. Now here, none of the contrasting factors is completely dominant or recessive, but the expression of the character in a F1 offspring becomes intermediate, via media between the expression of the two factors. Now, another exception to the principle of dominance is codominance. What is codominance? When both the contrasting factors are alleles in a heterozygote are expressed simultaneously. The phenomenon is called codominance. So what is codominance? When both the alleles for a trait in a heterozygous offspring are expressed simultaneously or expressed together, the phenomenon is called codominance. Now this codominance, a best example is ABO, blood grouping in human. Now, last year you did learn about blood group systems in human, where I said there are two important blood group systems in human which are popular worldwide. Now, one is ABO blood groups, another RH blood groups. Now, these ABO blood groups in human, it stands as an example for codominance. Now, last year, you did learn that human beings are grouped into 4 different groups. A group, B group, AB group, and O group. Now, these are the 4 blood groups under this system of grouping. Now, human beings in this type of blood group system classified under 4 groups. Now, this is based on distribution of naturally occurring, what are called antigens on the surface of the red blood cells. The antigens are the sugar polymers. Antigens are sugar polymers that are protruding from the cell surface of the red cells in the blood of human. I said earlier, Karl Landsteiner in 1900, he discovered 2 such type of antigens, and he named them as A antigen and B antigen. Now, based on the distribution of these antigens, that is, the sugar polymers protruded from the cell surface of the red blood corpuscles, human beings are grouped into these 4 blood groups. Persons with A antigen classified under A group, persons with B antigen as B group, persons with both the antigens as AB group, and persons without any antigen as O group. Now, the formation of these antigens is genetically determined. In other words, the antigen formation is a heritable trait. It is genetically based. Now, there is a gene that controls the formation of these antigens, the sugar polymers on the cell surface of the red cells. And this gene responsible for production of either A antigen or B antigen, this is denoted as capital I. Now, this letter capital I, this has been selected here, chosen here, to denote the gene responsible for antigen formation, as I is the first letter of isoagglutinogen. The isoagglutinogen, this is nothing but commonly called antigen. So technical term for antigen is isoagglutinogen. And here the first letter I, this is been selected, chosen to denote the gene that is responsible for antigen production. Now this gene, it has mutated in 3 different directions and taken 3 different forms. Now one form of this gene is IA, another form is IB, and one more form here is IO or small I. So IA, IB and IO or small I, these are different forms of the same gene, that is capital I. Now this has mutated in different direction and took different forms. Now this form of the gene, that is IA, produces A antigen, and this gene IB, it produces antigen B. IO or small I, it does not produce any of the antigens. Now these are the 3 different forms of the same gene. Now here, unlike in the experiments of Mendel, unlike in the work of Mendel, where each of the character that he has studied in the garden pea plant, every character is controlled by a pair of contrasting factors called alleles. Hence, in garden pea plant, as discovered by Gregor John Mendel, each of the character that he has studied is controlled by a pair of alleles. There, the gene has only 2 alternative forms, only 2 alternative expressions. But here, the gene that is responsible for the formation of antigen, it has taken 3 different forms. And whenever the gene appears in more than 2 forms, or when a gene exists in 3 or multiple forms, then they are called multiple alleles. Multiple alleles. So here, IA, IB and IO are small I. These are multiple alleles. Now these multiple alleles, they exhibit what is called gene polymorphism. Gene polymorphism. So gene appearing in multiple forms Hence, this is called gene polymorphism. So here, these different forms of the same gene, which are more than 2 in number, hence they are called multiple alleles. And these multiple alleles exhibit a phenomenon called gene polymorphism. Now here we have 3 different forms of the same gene, IA, IB and IO. Now what is the relation among these 3 alleles of this gene? Now here IA, this is dominant. IA is dominant over IO or small I. So IA is dominant and IO is recessive. Similarly, the allele IB, it is dominant over IO or small I. Like IA, IB is also dominant over IO or small I. So in other words, this form of the gene, IO or small I, it is recessive to both IA as well as IB. So IA is dominant over small I. Similarly, IB is dominant over small I. Now, what is the relation between IA and IB? Now, what type of relation exists between these 2 alleles, IA and IB? Now, when both of these alleles, IA and IB, when they are present in a heterozygous individual, in a heterozygous offspring, when both these alleles are present together, then both will express simultaneously. So both are affected here, and hence the relation between these 2, IA and IB, the relation is codominant. So what is the relation between the alleles IA and IB? Now they exhibit what is called codominance relation. What do you mean by codominant relation? That is, when IA and IB here, when they are present together in a heterozygote, in an offspring, the blood group of the individual, it is AB group, because IA produces A antigen, IB produces B antigen. So when both of them are present together, both will show their effect. Both are being expressed simultaneously, and hence the individual will have both the antigens, antigen A as well as antigen B. So as a result, the blood group here, the blood group of the person is AB group, and the relation between these 2, IA and IB, is codominant relation. Now with this knowledge, we shall draw a tabular column, a table revealing all these details. Now column 1 here, allele from parent 1, allele from parent 2, genotype of the genotype of the offspring. Lastly, phenotype or blood group. Phenotype or blood group of the offspring. Now here, parent 1. So allele from parent 1 is received by the offspring is IA. Now the offspring will receive from parent 2. The allele is again same, IA. Then the genotype of the offspring will be IAIA. Then the blood group here is A group. Now if the offspring receives the allele from parent 1, IA, and receives the allele IB from parent 2, then the offspring will have the genotype IAIB. Then the blood group of the offspring will be AB group. Here genotype is IAIB, heterozygous genotype, because these two alleles are codominant. Both will express together simultaneously, and hence the individual will have A antigen as well as B antigen. Both of the antigens are being carried by the red blood cells here, and hence the blood group of the person will be, offspring will be AB group. Now parent 1, when contributes this allele IA, and the parent 2 from this parent the offspring will inherit IO or small I. Then the genotype of the offspring will be IA and IO, or IA small I. Then the offspring will be A group, because here IA is dominant over IO, so the effect of this allele IA is the formation of A antigen. Then the blood group of the offspring will be A group. Similarly, parent 1 will contribute IB allele, and the offspring will receive IA from parent 2. Then the genotype here will be IB and IA. So here the blood group is AB group. AB group. So both are dominant here. Again the blood group will be AB group. Now from parent 1, IB, and parent 2, again IB. Then the offspring will have homozygous genotype. Both the alleles are same. Now blood group is B group. Again, parent 1 contributes the allele IB, and parent 2 IORI. Then the genotype of the offspring will be IBIO or IB small I. Then the blood group is B group. Lastly, if parent 1 contributes the gene IO or small I, and the parent 2 also contributes IO or small I, then the genotype will be IOIO or small I. So individual is homozygous for the recessive allele. Then here the blood group is O group, because here there are no alleles for antigen formation, so the person does not get any of the antigens on their RBC. As a result, the blood group is O group. So this is how the various blood groups in human are being determined on the basis of the genotype. So these are the different blood groups and these are their genotypes. Now here, always A group persons, either they can be homozygous or they can be heterozygous. So this is A group person and this is also A group person. So both belong to same blood group, namely A group, but genetically they are different. So this person of A group is homozygous and this person of the same A group is heterozygous. Similarly, B group persons will have two genotypes, one IB homozygous and IBIO heterozygous. So these two are B group persons, but phenotype is same, but their genotype is different. So this is a homozygous individual and this is heterozygous individual. And always the persons of AB group and O group, they will have only one genotype. So persons of AB group will always have the genotype IAIB and persons of O group will always have IOIO or small I. Now this is the genetic aspect of the ABO blood groups in human. Now last year, what you have studied about ABO blood group system in human, that is about the physiology aspect of ABO blood group system in human, and this is the genetic aspect of ABO blood group system in human. Now physiology aspect of the blood group system, it has one practical application, that is the knowledge of ABO blood group system is indispensable. It is compulsory in conducting blood transfusion. So whenever a person is in need of blood and he can get the blood from a suitable person called a donor. So always during blood transfusion, the blood group of the recipient and the blood group of the donor should be compatible type, matching type. So then only blood transfusion has to be done. And any blood transfusion is done between two persons of mismatched blood, then this will be disastrous. So this is the practical application of blood group system, and that is conducting blood transfusion, and this requires the knowledge of blood group system, particularly the physiology aspect. And what today we have studied here, it is the genetic aspect of ABO blood group system. How these different blood groups are being genetically established, genetically determined, this depends on the genes that is responsible. Now, this part of the ABO blood group system, it has also its own application, particularly the knowledge of ABO blood group system, particularly the genetic details, genetic aspect of the ABO blood group system. It helps in settling what are called medico-legal cases. So whenever there is a dispute with regard to the paternity, so when there is a dispute in the paternity, such disputes which often originate with regard to the paternity, that can be often, though not every instance, often it can be settled on the basis of the knowledge of ABO blood group system, particularly the genetic aspect of this ABO blood group system will often give a clue to settle the dispute that has been originated with regard to the paternity over a child. So these are the practical applications of ABO blood group system. Now I said here, ABO blood group system controlled by three different allelic forms of the same gene, IA, IB and IO. And I said here, these allelic forms, being more than 2 in number, they form a series of multiple alleles, and phenomenon is called multiple allelism or gene polymorphism. Now when genes appear in multiple forms, how many can appear in an individual? Now human beings are diploid, and hence every character is controlled by a pair of genes or a pair of alleles located at the same gene locus on the homologous chromosomes. Now when we have these different alleles, IA, IB and IO or small I, out of these three multiple alleles, any two can appear in an individual. So all the three cannot be expected in individual because there are only 2 gene loci on the homologous chromosomes for a given gene. So out of these 3, any 2 can appear in an individual. So out of a series of multiple alleles, so any number of allelic forms can appear, but out of them only 2 can appear in an individual, as every individual who is said to be diploid has a pair of identical gene loci on the homologous chromosomes. Hence, in a series of multiple alleles, only 2 can be expected in an individual, and here out of these 3, any 2 can appear in an individual, and hence we have these genotypes of different offsprings. And what about in a gamete? So when individuals are diploid and have only 2 alleles for a trait, but in a gamete, out of a series of multiple alleles, only 1 can appear, because gametes are haploid, gametes are monoploid, gametes have only 1 set of chromosomes, gametes have only n number of chromosomes. So out of a pair of homologous chromosomes in a diploid individual, during gamete formation, the gametes will have only 1 out of a pair of homologous chromosomes. So as a result here, a single homologous chromosome is present in a haploid gamete. So there is only 1 gene locus, there is only 1 place for a gene, and hence the gametes will always have only 1 allele out of a series of multiple alleles. So this is an account on codominant. It is a case of codominance, and this codominance again, it is an exception to the principle of dominance of Mendel.